loving? Who's been loving the times? Who's been living? Who's been living the life? Who's been learning? Who's been learning and turning? Who's been loving? Who's been loving the right? Who's been crawling on the floor? Who's been kissing at the door? Who's been killing another life? Who's been caring for a child? Who's been loving you? Who's been loving you? Who's been sleeping in town? Who's been playing with your heart? Who's been here from the start? Who's been loving like animals? Who's been loving like clay? Who's been loving like wildfire? Who's been loving like burning desire?